Hi everyone, today let's go over a easy question that is a ancestor to a grind 75 question called palindrome number. This is a really early one. It's like number 9, so I'm sure you guys are, maybe many of you are probably familiar with that. So I just solved this about 2 hours ago, so let's do a video on it. So simply you're given two integers, low and high, and an integer x consists of 2 to n digits is symmetric if the sum of the first n digits is equal to the sum of the last n digits. So just ignore this. Basically what it means is the first half is equal to the second half. And then we just want to return how many are in the range. So if you look at the constraints, these are not too high, so we can simply use an O of n squared approach to do this. So simply iterate through from low to high inclusive. That's why we have the +1, or else you're going to get 99 instead of 100. And then let's set this to the current, and let's print the current, because we're going to have to manipulate the first and second half, so we're turning it into a string. And if you actually read this right here, it says numbers with an odd number of digits are never symmetric. So if length of current is odd, so it's not equal to 0, if you divide the length by 2, then continue. That's not the case. So 2 is not equal to 0, then we can simply say that's a potential candidate. And now let's get the first and the second half. Since current is already a string, let's say the first half is equal to, well, let's get the halfway first index. And that's just simply because we know it's already even. It's just going to be the length divided by 2, so we don't have to do any fancy stuff with -1 if it's odd, because you know that even means that there's no middle element. And since we have our halfway point now, let's call this first half and second half. And let's try to parse out halfway. You might have to print this a couple times to get the right dynamics, but again, like I said, printing is a great way to debug your code. So let's make sure we got it correct. Nope, so as you can see, we got too many elements here. So let's try this. Nope, okay. Current first half, second half, we're still not lining up properly. Everything up to not including halfway to the end. It's not what it is, no. Halfway +1 to the end. So halfway, no. 80, yeah, that is halfway, it looks like. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just up to not including. And now, so let's see if, let's just call this first half sum. So we actually want to add them up. So equals to 0, and then for f and first. This is a string, so that's kind of annoying because now we have to add the integer version. So integer f, same with the second half. Second half sum. Just adding up each of the halves. Half plus equal to int of s. And then if first half sum equals to second half sum, as said in the instructions, then increment result. Returning an integer. Make sure indentation is correct, and then we can just return result at the end. There you go. So again, this is not the most efficient way to do it, but it is a relatively straightforward way of doing it. And yeah, so pretty straightforward question. Good to, get comfortable with finding the midpoint, I guess. So thank you for watching.